afternoon, everyone. Bonjour, salut. Welcome to Season 3 of Expressions in Dance with Elizabeth Morgan. My name is Elizabeth, and I'm here today to get you dancing again this season. This is our first episode of Season 3. I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to share some of my love of dance with all of you. This show is for all levels and all ages, and I'm really actually pleased to be introducing our first episode as a little bit of a country line dancing episode. You can see I've got my cowboy boots here. You might want to grab a cowboy hat or a hat of some sort for today's combination. We are going to be doing some really basic footwork steps, which is why I've got my white sneakers on so you can see my feet really well. And this comes courtesy of one of our viewers who actually requested that we do a little bit of a country line dancing type of episode. He and his wife watch the show, so John and wife, welcome, and I hope that you enjoy this episode. It's dedicated to you. We're going to start with a couple of really quick quotes. Going along in the country theme and being a proud Canadian, my first quote is from a country singer who's from Northern Ontario, Timmins, Ontario. I spent some time up north in my childhood as well, Shania Twain. Here's a quote that she wrote, which I think says a lot about how we've all come through the last few years of the pandemic, how we continue to develop and grow. She says, "When everything goes without a hitch, where's the challenge? The opportunity to find out what you're made of." So here we are, we've been through this a few times now with the show. We've been in lockdowns, we've been open, it's back and forth. Now we're coming back into some sense of normalcy. I hope that you find the challenge and the opportunity, just like it's said in this quote. My second quote for you quickly is, "The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away." And that is from an artist named Pablo Picasso, a very famous artist. I think I feel very grateful, as I said, to be able to host this show and to be able to work with you and share with you the gifts and the passion that I have for the art of dance. So without further ado, let's get set for our warm-up. Let's dance. Here we are, everyone. I would like to encourage you to make sure you have water nearby to hydrate. We're ready to warm up our bodies a little bit. We've got some relaxing country music to start off with today. I want you to enjoy the beautiful weather, whether you're indoors or outdoors. Let's appreciate the country we live in and the beautiful surroundings that we have around us all seasons of the year. Let's start with our shoulders today, making sure our core is nice and tall, and we're just rolling those shoulders back. Good, and forward. The bigger the better with the shoulder rolls. So we should do about 8 to each side. Now I'm going to ask you to shrug it up and down. So tense everything up and relax your muscles. Good. And taking our neck down and look to the sky. And down to the sky. Let's go to the right and to the left and to the right and to the left, and tilt it ear to shoulder. Feel the stretch here on the opposite side of the neck. Switch to the other side, and little circles with the neck all the way around, gently. And the other way. Good, shake it out, loosen up the neck. Let's twist our upper body so you can stretch your arms out like this, or you can have them on your hips. We're just working on moving these obliques, moving the spine around a little bit. Let's do a couple of back circles as well. So gentle little back circles. You can bend your knees just slightly, hands on your hips, and just kind of make a big circle there. See if you can feel all of your vertebrae just loosening up. We'll try a couple more of these. This is one of my favorite stretches. If you're ever feeling really tight, it's a really good one to loosen up that core area. Let's go to our feet now. Key thing when we're dancing is we want to make sure our legs are warmed up. So I've got my one foot out, my toe is popped. You may remember this. It's one of my favorite stretches. Reach down for that toe. See if you can hold. So you're bringing your chest towards your knee and just gently keep breathing. Provide that oxygen to your muscles. Good, shake that leg out. Give it a good shake on both sides. Let's switch sides. Always we have to put equal emphasis on both legs. You'll find that one leg will be stronger than the other. Normally that's the case for most dancers. So I encourage you to work even twice as hard on your weaker leg to see if you can get them completely balanced in terms of strength. Let's do a little bit of a lunge to the side. So I'm just going to take one foot out here. My other foot is steady on the ground. One elbow here, stretch the arm up. You don't have to go low to the ground. You can make this a really small stretch like so if that's more comfortable for you. Take it in if that's easier for you to maintain balance-wise. Let's try the other side. And reach it up. If you're outside, hopefully you can look up to the sky and enjoy the beautiful day. Good. Shake that out. I am going to sit onto the ground now. So you don't have to, you can sit on a chair or do another way of completing this stretch. But I'm just going to stretch my feet out like this. And we're doing our ankle warm-ups. Why do we do this? 2 reasons. For myself, I'm dancing on uneven ground here on grass. It's very important, just like if you're a runner or a trail hiker, to make sure that you can maintain your balance and that you don't twist an ankle in the process. So I like to do a lot of ankle warm-ups to make sure my ankles are ready, my feet are feeling strong. Again, my tip for you for ankles is make sure that you can feel all 5 toes on the ground and that your ankles look straight as you are lifting up to the balls of your feet to dance. That's really, really important as well for maintaining healthy posture. All right, so let's do one more stretch. I'm going to have one leg out to the side and I'm just taking my arms nice and big. You're reaching over almost like a salutation to your toe. And give that a little bit of a hold, keep breathing. And back up. Let's try the other side. So we've got our foot here. You don't have to have your toe pointed, doesn't matter. We're looking at keeping this knee straight, our back and our spine nice and straight. Watch that my arm goes right over top of my ear, so it's in line with my spine. So I'm giving a good stretch to my lower back at the same time here. Awesome. And starting from a crouch, we're going to roll through our vertebrae all the way up to a standing position. Head's going to come up last, and we're going to count to 8 on the way there. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we are ready to start with our first step. Today I'm going to be reviewing some of the steps that we've done in prior episodes, prior seasons. That's because some of you may not have seen the other seasons, some of you may not have seen every episode, and there are some basic steps that we find they appear in different forms of dance throughout the cultures and the different styles of music and movement. So there are basics that we want to know and be familiar with and kind of be experts at. The first one is the grapevine. So again, really simple step. We're going side, cross back, side, clap. Like so, side, cross back, side, and clap. You can do a longer version of a grapevine. It looks like that. Okay, this is another way to do it. You can see you can also use your levels there. But we're going to, for today's combination, be sticking with the very basic 4 steps. So again, stepping out to a nice V shape, cross behind, step, bring the feet together, nice strong clap. 1, 2, 3, clap. Notice that I am swinging my arms in a very casual manner. Because we're doing country line dancing style today, we're not going to be having all kinds of very strict arm movements going on. It's going to be more of a relaxed feel for everything. So that is the grapevine. Our next step that we're going to review is called the pivot turn. I'm going to back up so you can see my feet. I'll start with the right foot. So for you, this will be the left foot. It's mirrored on TV. So I'm stepping forward. My other foot's still on the ground. It's not doing anything, but my heel's off the ground so that I can safely turn. I get to here, I'm going to step again and turn back to the front. And see, again, the ground's a little uneven, so be really careful with those ankles as you're turning if you are outside. So it's pivot, and you go all the way around, pivot, all the way around. That's one side. Let's try the other leg. So left, for you that will be your right. You're going to follow that foot around, take that left foot from the back, step it forward, and all the way around. Now as far as arms go, find whatever works for you for balance, okay? If you're doing more formal jazz work, sometimes we have a big arm like this, or we have a fancy arm with a wrap, those kinds of things. Today, nice and easy, simple, focus on the feet. The next step we're going to do is actually a chaîné turn, one of our basics. So I'll really quickly review this for you. It starts like so, and there is one in the combination today. So we turn 1, we step 2 to turn, and we turn 3. You can end it with a clap, or you can end it open-ended, like so. For the combination today, we're actually going to be doing it moving forward. So I'll face this way first, and you can see what it looks like if you were behind me, how you need to do the turn in the combination. It looks like so. So we're going to be turning 1, 2, 3. All right, next step. This is a classic, they called it modern jazz step, but that was years ago. So now it's probably more of a vintage jazz step, the camel walk. We're going to try the camel walk because it is in the combination. For the camel walk, you're taking your foot, you're putting your weight onto the outside leg. So here I have it, it's the right leg, but for you it could be the left leg. You're going to go from here, pulling in the back leg. It almost drags in underneath the other foot. We go into a dig position here with that working leg, the first leg. 1, 2, 1, 2. You're shifting your weight every time you step. Try it to the other side. So you're leaning out, you're bringing the foot in. You're leaning out, you're bringing the foot in. Weight change, weight change. Weight change, weight change. That is a camel walk. So we will be, as I said, doing that in the combination. You'll notice in the context of the dance, I'm kind of doing this, almost like bicep curls, trying to get my arm workout in. You can do whatever works for you for arms there. If you need to keep your balance by keeping them out, that's okay. If you want to bring them into your hips, that works too. Our next step that we're going to do, the last one before we get to our combination, is a drag clap. We want to stretch out our muscles a little bit here. It's been a while since we've all danced together. So this is just a fun step that you can do to any style of music. You're sliding, you're bringing your feet together and clapping. The key that I'd like you to think about here is how long can you make your body? How curved can you make that top part of your body? How much can you make this also a stretch, not just a step? And what kinds of arm variations can you do while you're doing this step? So I do a big jazz V arm and a clap. Big arm and clap. You can also do reached, both arms. You can also do out, nice and strong, etc. But you'll notice that you'll see my extended leg really, really stretching. And like I said, get that workout in with your upper body doing this step. You want to make sure that you're always pushing to 110% to make those steps as big and as emphasized as possible. All right, I'd like you to hydrate now, and then we are going to start with our fun and easy country dance combination. Let's get started with our combination. A really easy start to this dance. I'd like you to just feel the music. We're doing hips side to side. You can use a clap if you want, so I can clap hands like so. If you want to take it to that drag clap, you can do that. So that's what we are doing for the very beginning. Following that, very easy, we're doing the grapevine right and left. So it looks like so. 1, 2, 3, and clap. 1, 2, 3, and clap. Okay, so we've got the 8 hips at the beginning with the grapevine. Let's put that part together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we do grapevine and grapevine. That's how it works with the timing of the music. So it's not super fast, guys. It gives you time to breathe and time to think. The next step after the grapevine is that fabulous pivot turn that we were just working on. Watch your ankles again. So after we finished our last grapevine, we're going into the pivot turn, 2 of them. I'm on my right foot, but you can choose your left foot. It's totally up to you. So we're pivot turning 1. I'm kind of using opposition arms like this, so kind of fun country arms. So pivot, turn, pivot, turn. From there, we do a chaîné straight to the front, so straight toward what would be your audience, so to speak. So a turn like so. I'm going to reach all the way up and tuck down like that. So we're using our levels there. Go as high as you can. You can go on your toes if you want to, and then we're tucking down low with our head down as well. So we're getting some bounces in there, some little squats there as well. Let's take it from the top of section 1. So we are ready to go. I'm starting with my feet apart. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and into grapevine. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, pivot turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, turn it, and up and tuck. That's the beginning of section 1. Super easy. From that part, we are going into the Charleston. Some of you have remembered the Charleston from other episodes. We're taking, after our tuck, a step with one leg, kicking the other leg out, step back, and lean it back. So step, kick, step, lean it back. Let's try that again. There's 2 of them in the combination. Now they are a little fast in the combination choreography to this tempo. I should mention that you can do this combination to any generic kind of country song that has a steady beat and tempo like this one. So you should be able to practice to your favorite songs if you like. All right, let's take it from the top all the way through to the Charleston. So it's hips, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ready for grapevine. Here we go, guys. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Pivot turn, pivot turn, pivot turn, turn, and reach and down. Charleston. Again, using opposition arms. You got it. We are almost to the end of section 1. After that Charleston, gonna do a little toe healing. Pretend you have your cowboy boots on, or if you have your cowboy boots on, go put them on, and let's do it. So we finished our last Charleston. We're here. We are going 2 toes, 2 heels. Watch that carefully. Pointed toes 2 times, flexed heels 2 times. You can put your hands wherever you want. You can pretend you have your belt buckle ready. Toe, toe, heel, heel. Next step is another piece of footwork that we call a heel jack. Watch very carefully. It's 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, and again flex. Okay, I'll do that again from the toe, toe, heel, heel. So it's toe, toe, heel, heel. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we should try that a couple more times at that speed. And then guess what, folks? The heel jack gets faster if you like to do it faster. Here we go. So we finished the last Charleston. We go. Toe, toe, heel, heel, heel. Jack and heel. Again, you might be doing it on the opposite side. That's totally fine. 5, 6, 7, and toe, toe, heel, 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 jack, and heel. Awesome. Now, for those of you that want to challenge, we're going to take that heel jack and we're going to jack it up. We're going to do it twice as fast, and after that, we're going to follow it with a flick kick. If you are wearing a cowboy hat, you can hold your hat during this time as well. Always looks good with the flick kick. All right, so we finished the Charleston. Here's what it looks like at tempo. So we did the Charleston here, 5, 6, 7, and toe, toe, heel, heel, and jack, and flick down. I'll do that one more time for you. So we did the Charleston. You're on that angle, your body's here. You're ready to go. You've got your weight on your front foot. We're gonna take that back foot and do the toes. Ready? 5, 6, 5, 6. Here we go. Toe, toe, heel, heel, and jack, and up. There you go. So finishing that, that is the end of section 1. Then there is a second section to the dance. I think we'll review this whole part one more time so we've got it down. Here we go. Hips. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put some energy into it, some pep in your step. Here we go. Grapevine. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Pivot turn. Shanae. Charleston. Woo! And toe, toe, heel, heel, and jack, and flick. You got it. All right, here we are with the second part of your country line dancing routine. So just to remind you, we finished that heel jack. We did a really quick flick kick, which if you have your cowboy hat on, you can hold your hat. We're going to turn to the back after this. So what it will look like is you can follow me, but when you're doing this at home, you'll be actually turning away from the camera. So I go here to a nice second position. I'm going to reach my hands to my hat, 2 hips, little hips, just fun hips, and down like so. From that point, we do a camel walk 2 times to the right. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 times to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. okay? So you're gonna be facing away from the camera at that time. Once again, if I did this step facing you, I'm here, I go hand to my hat, 2 hips, a little stretch here, then a camel walk. And I mentioned I was kind of doing my arm workout there, doing a little bit of curling, okay? So that's that part. I'll face this way again. When we finish the camel walk, we need to turn back around. So we're going to do a push turn. We step out, hip goes out, arms push out. You're putting all your weight onto your outside hip, which in my case is the right. So here, 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 clap, clap. And I do want you to try to take that to a jump. You can do it standing like so, but let's get that extra cardio in and have that jump. So let's review that part one more time. We're standing here, arms go here, here. 2 little hips, reach and breathe. Camel walk, push, and 2, and 3, and clap, clap. All right, so we've now changed direction a couple of times, which I hope is exciting for you to do. We don't always like to dance just standing like this, square, right? Now we're going to travel. I want you to pretend you're going on a little trek and you're almost like a horse. We're going to do a little bit of galloping. So we do a little pop, 1, 2, 3, 4, and back, 2, 3, 4. So we switch our weight. It's got to be kind of a light and bouncy step. It goes like this, up to speed, and back, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you can again freestyle your arms however you like on that part. From here, a little line dance step, step, a little scuff and a hop. Watch that again, I finished here. Boom, 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 boom. Back, 2, 3, 4. Step, scuff, hop, and then we're just gonna shake it. Back and down and up, okay? I'll redo that part again. Let's go from the hips. So we're facing away from the camera. We have hat, hat, hip, hip, and it's a little faster than this with the music. Camel walk, push turn, 1. Throw that hip out, get your cardio in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back. 2, 3, 4. Got it up to there. Step, scuff, hit, down, shake it, and shake it. We're almost done the combination now. There is 8 more counts left. And then if you've got a partner with you, like I know some of our viewers do, and they want to dance together, you can freestyle together with your partner after this next 8 counts. Watch carefully. I did shake down, shake back. I'm going heels, toes, heels, toes. And again, this is why we did those ankle warm-ups, especially if you're in the grass. That is a challenge. We need to keep those ankles still straight, even though we're inverting our legs like so. If it's hard to travel doing that, then what you could do is just do taps, 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 or you could go on the spot like this, okay? So those are variations that you could adopt. Let's go from the pops. 1, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, 4, step, scuff, up, and shake it, last 8 counts, 2, 3, you can use your arms, and then grab your partner and spin with them. And you're all done. That's part 2 of the combination. Now that we've learned our little country combo for today, I've got my cowboy hat on. Let's get ready to try it all at once, all together. Let's go. Grapevines coming up. Pivot turn. Do that chaîné. Charleston. Toe. Here, hand. Camel walk. Push turns coming up. Here we go. Push. 2, 3, jump it. Pop. Back. Step. Shake it. Toes. Now grab that partner of yours. You can do-si-do. You can spin them around and take a bow. You did it. Well done, everyone. It is time now to do a brief cool down. Always make sure that you do a little bit of stretching and that you do a little bit of cooling down to bring your body and your heart rate back down after dancing. I'm going to take off my cowboy hat now and let's just do some gentle stretches. So I'm just going to reach up with one arm and the other. Opposition arm. So notice one hand goes one way, one hand goes the other way. We're going to give ourselves a big hug for all that great work. And standing tall, let's take our arms across, give it a nice stretch. Another stretch behind the head. Good, and switch sides. And over. Keep breathing through your stretches. And that is it for today's episode. I want to thank you for joining me. There is something that I wanted to mention at the end of every episode this season. We're going to be offering a resource for children or families. Movement is a really healthy thing to do. And so each time I'm going to be doing a little bit of research and sharing some information for you that might help you. One of the things I found out was Middlesex London Health Unit here in London and area has an educational tool. It's called Build Your Best Day, and it's a free tool online to help parents and children ages 5 to 17 to be able to build a movement scheduled day. And it's according to the Canadian 24-hour movement guidelines. So that's something you might want to look up on their website. Thank you again for joining me. I'm Elizabeth Morgan. We'll see you next time. And until then, keep dancing.